So the tip for growing a sale is you want to have videos, you want to have product demos, you want to have what your creative process is, how you fulfill orders, and maybe a tutorial. So the videos are going to bring you more in line. Videos are going to enable your customer to see your process. Okay, I'm going to stop this. I don't agree with that. I think that's great. Your tips for generating sales, for growing sales, you need to think about what do you do? When you go to buy something, what are you making your decision on? Are you making your decision on highest quality? Are you making your decision on price? Or are you making your decision on who has the most stars and sales? And that's how people are going to decide to buy you. So I'll tell you, I have never once made a purchasing decision based on a video I saw at all. You want to show me the fulfillment process or a tutorial or whatever, I'm not making my purchase decision based on that. Now, that's me, and I'm one person. If you and all of your friends make your decisions based on videos, then go ahead. The videos are important. I'll tell you, I make my decisions based on price the majority of the time. And it's going to be, sometimes it's a combination between price and quality. So I don't need to have the very, very best in quality. I want to have good quality. And I also want to have a good price. So I make it like based on value, right? Am I getting what I'm paying for? Or do I feel like I'm getting more than what I'm actually paying for? That's when people get really excited, right? I got a discount. Like, that's awesome. I'm going to buy that. So in light of that, look at other shops. Where does your quality stack up with their quality? Okay, if you want to generate a lot of sales, price yourself lower, right? So that's going to be, in my opinion, number one. Number two is the picture. So whether it's augmented reality, you can do that, or just the general picture. Your picture has to be top notch. It's got to be just as good as all the pictures a little bit above you and a little bit below you. And if not, you need to upgrade that picture, because someone's going to come and see that picture and they're going to be like, nope, not buying. That doesn't look good, right? And then, I guess ultimately back up a little bit, right? You need to have your item come up in search. If your item doesn't come up in search, who cares about anything else, right? So you make sure your tags are right, your title is right. Go to other shops. What are their tags? What are their titles? I need it to come up. Now, what I would tell you, and this is what I did on Etsy, I had some money. I did not have a lot of money that I was willing to spend on marketing, and I bought ads in the beginning. I bought ads to make sure my stuff came up. And when my stuff came up, my picture looked just as good as anyone else's. My price was lower than everyone else's, and maybe only by 50 cents, but it was lower, right? And I had my 6 machines going, so I could do that. In the beginning, I had 1 machine, but I knew, like, this isn't a sprint, this is a marathon. I need money for the next X years to get my kid tutoring for X years. And I really felt it was all through high school he was gonna need tutoring, but we've actually stopped tutoring this year in 8th grade. He stopped being tutored. And so I knew this was gonna be a long-term project for me, or a company for me. So I need the traction now to help me out down the road. And then you also wanna, like, once you have your pricing set and maybe you're paying from some marketing, use the holidays, right? So I had, baby's first Father's Day, baby's first Mother's Day. Recognize that women bought most of my baby items, so definitely she's gonna buy for the father, right? But they also like stuff for her, and then I did a couple of maternity shirts, which were harder to do, mainly just to source the shirts to make them. But so you do want to, like, promote over the holidays, whether it's Hanukkah or Christmas, baby's first Thanksgiving. I mean, new moms, for what I was doing, God, they loved, like, baby's first everything, baby's first tooth fell out, baby's first haircut. Like, everything's on Instagram these days. I kind of caught the Instagram wave with having all these shirts. It's actually funny. There's a commercial on at Christmas time. It was like, in the baby in the commercial, I forgot what the commercial's for, but it's like my first Christmas. I'm like, oh my God, that's like the exact shirt I made. Now, I'm sure it's not my shirt, but I bet you they bought it off of Etsy. But anyway, so you want to go through the holidays, especially if you have things, you make earrings, have a promotion on Mother's Day. Now, a father's probably not on Etsy, but I definitely send links to my husband, like, don't forget my birthday. Birthday's in 5 days, don't forget my birthday. So, it's funny, my daughter bought me a birthday present like 3 weeks before my birthday, and my husband, she kept saying to my husband, like, don't forget mommy, don't forget mommy. I'm like, oh, thank God she's old enough to remind him, because he forgets all the time. But anyway, depending on what you sell, you want to have those promotions. there are alternative to Etsy. So if you go through this whole thing and you actually listen to me and you look at the pricing and what you could sell, and you just say, there's just no way I can make a profit selling on Etsy, you can open a shop on Shopify. There's a company called Big Cartel you can sell on. Squarespace is now, you're able to open up a shop and sell. There's a company called IndieMade. And then Amazon has Amazon Handmade, which actually took off, and I tried to do on Amazon Handmade. It never took off the way Etsy did. And there's Bonanza. My problem with every shop other than Etsy, because my husband was trying to get me to move away from Etsy, I forgot what the reasons were way back when, but was that you would have to do your own marketing. Etsy brings in buyers. So the issue on Etsy is getting seen. Any of these other shops that I've mentioned, or ways to have your own online shop, you are going to have to do your own online marketing. Anyway, this was a very long video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully some of this or all of this was helpful to you. If you have any comments, I will tell you more about my experience, whether it was trying to hire people, how I got my shop growing. I did, at some point I was making like $20,000 a month on Etsy. It was difficult and very time consuming to do it. I do think it played into ultimately me having a bad back. So hopefully you guys are all doing well, and good luck on your Etsy journey. Thank you.